And we're up. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, it's great to see everybody. Hello, we're glad you're here today. Hello, hello. Vote like you give a DM. All right, like you give a dem. That's great. I thought that was DM like Carpe Diem. That's perfect. I love it, Deborah. Thank you so much. Good way to start. Good way to start today's is to talk about voting, because we should all be talking about voting right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome. And I'm just going to take 1 second right now just to make sure we are live on Facebook, which we appear to be, except it appears to be just me on the screen for some bizarre reason. All right. So hello, everybody. Welcome to the Washington Rebels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song. Hello to everybody out there on Facebook. Thanks for being with us. And hello, Toby. Hello, Pete. Hello. So Toby's in California. We only get him on the weekends anymore. Pete, great to see you. Ida in Cambridge. Pete, of course, in Florida. Adele in the DMV. And Carolyn in Idaho. And Lisa in Indiana. Hello to everybody. So glad you're all here. Dan in Virginia. Caroline in the DC area. Moria, great to see you today. I think maybe New York, I don't remember. No, California, I don't remember. Dennis in British Columbia, hello. Karen in Arizona. Storm in Massachusetts. Elias, great to see you again. I think that's also DMV area. Nice to have you with us. And Susan in Idaho. And Martha in Oregon, hello. And we have Jane. Hi, great to see you, Jane. Pat and Joe and James, hello. Oh my goodness, Henniker, New Hampshire, represented right here in the middle of everything. Great to see you guys. First timers. Well, some of them are first timers and the other ones are regular. Bonnie in Idaho, great to see you. And Clyde and Jim and a few more folks coming in without video. It's great to see you too. We're glad to be here with you on this lovely Sunday. A couple of notes before we begin. For anybody who's new in this room, we're here every day at 12 noon doing this thing that we do, singing a song together, building community, figuring out ways to help make the world a better place. And I'm grateful to all of you for joining in this endeavor as we approach half a year. So just so everybody knows, on day 182 and day 183, we're going to celebrate our halfway through the year mark. We'll do it both days since we can't really celebrate 182.5 specifically. Couple quick notes about the chat box. The donate link is in the chat box. If you're able to donate, we are grateful. All the money that comes into this program goes directly to the performing artists. You just choose Daily Antidote in the drop-down menu. My email's in the chat box, both here and on Facebook Live. If you want to be in touch, please do. And also, I want to thank the tech person for today, who's actually me. So you're all going to have to be patient with me again today. And a quick note, I want to say hi to Mary from Omaha, who comes in all the time on Facebook Live. We're really glad you're joining us too, Mary. Glad to see you there. So let's see, today's song. So today, as we all know, is the beginning of Yom Kippur tonight. And we were actually not able to have anyone join us who could bring us a song from the Jewish tradition, mostly because they are getting prepared to fast and getting prepared to break their fast. And yesterday I mentioned that I had friends who were working on cooking up that break your fast meal, which I've learned comes oftentimes in a lot of different forms, like cake or kugel or other traditional foods. So I'm wishing everyone a blessed and thoughtful honoring of the Yom Kippur holiday, and also a good luck with being fasting for 24 hours. And just want to let you know that we will have songs in the Jewish tradition at other times when they aren't actually in the middle of celebrating or honoring their holidays on the specific day. In the meantime, we have with us today one of our regulars who actually hasn't been in the room with us, I think, in nearly a month, and we've been really missing him. Kofi Dennis, who comes in from Virginia, is bringing us a song that he and I talked about ahead of time, actually has overlap with two things. One is the Yom Kippur holiday, and the other is the notion of racial injustice. And we have been talking about that a lot in this room. And so in Kofi's song, there is a hawk and there is the notion of a mother hen. And the overall idea being that the hawk is maybe not behaving as he should be. So that ties into Yom Kippur and the idea that the atonement is to recognize and to be sorry for all of one's past sins over the year, and then bringing a new year or a new beginning which is maybe potentially like being the hawk or making mistakes or maybe not being as kind as we could be, and then shifting into being more like the mother hen, which is taking care of our community and working hard to find the togetherness and the path of being a better person. So Kofi has more explanation for the song, and Kofi, I'm turning it over to you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you everyone for joining today. Wonderful Sunday. And the title of the song is Sansa-kroma. Sansa-kroma. And this is a folk song from Ghana in West Africa. And it's the song is about the hawk, who seems not to behave well. The hawk is seen almost roaming around, idling and being lazy. And then every now and then, the hawk will fly down low and go after mama hen's baby chicks, right? The chicks. The hawk will go after the chicks to catch them. And, so there's this thing that, it's said in the society that, hey, don't behave like the hawk, okay? Don't behave as if you don't have anybody that cares for you, because we are here for you. Stop idling around. Stop going after being so mean and going after the mommy hen's chicks, okay? That sort of thing. So if anyone tells you don't behave like the hawk, they want to tell you to calm down, think about all the unkind things you're doing, and turn around and turn into a new leaf, or embrace the program and get along with everyone else. That's what it means. But it also ties in, as Joe said, to this idea of, Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, where people are fasting and reflecting about, the past wrongs and sins and that sort of thing, right? It's all about renewal of one's mind and reflecting and making sure that we are going forward with a renewed sense of purpose and love and kindness towards one another. So in this song, it is used in so many ways, right? I mean, if you look over on YouTube, all over the place, you see high schoolers who sing it. Somebody has come up and reorganized it. And you see children singing it as a stone passing game. But for us, what I need you to do is to give me that clave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not easy. Try it and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. La 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 la. 1. That's right. Aha. So we're going to do that clapping game. La 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 la. Good job. Great. Now, the first part of the song goes Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Remember, Sansa-kroma means the roaming hawk. Okay, akroma is a hawk, that bird that goes after the baby chicks. So Sansa-kroma means, that's right, Sansa-kroma means roaming hawk, okay, or idle, lazy, idling hawk, okay. So the first part goes, beginning, Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma, right? Just like that. Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. You got it? So we sing that 2 times and then we go into the next one that says Sansa-kroma, Ninewo. Sorry. We go into a second one that goes Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Right? So literally what this means is that the akroma, the hawk, is almost like orphaned. It's like an orphan, and instead of working and asking to be helped, she's going around and going after the baby chicks, right? So that's what this line means. So Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Right? Ochichi, that means catching. Nkukumba, that means baby chicks. So let's try that part. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Excuse me. So we sing this 4 times, okay? 1, 2. Here we sing. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. All right, so we start with Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Then we go into Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. All right, then I go into we chin 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 osonke ye juma. We chin 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 osonke ye juma. We chin 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 osonke ye juma. Nine wo neje wo Sansa-kroma nine wo ochichi kukumba. Osonke ye juma nine wo ochichi kukumba. All right. So in this part, what I'm singing is we chin 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 osonke ye juma. That means all she does is roam and roam and roam and roam and roam around, not bothering to do any work, but trying to do harm. It's almost as if she doesn't have any mother, anybody to care for her, and all she's doing is going to grab the little chicks. Then, so when I sing that part, we're doing we chin 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 osonke ye juma. We chin 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 osonke ye juma. Nine wo neje wo Sansa-kroma nine wo ochichi kukumba. Osonke ye juma nine wo ochichi kukumba. Then we go back to the beginning. Sansa-kroma, 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 ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma, ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma, ninewo ochichi kukumba. Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. So let's try this from the beginning. From Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Then we go right into Sansa-kroma ninewo ochichi kukumba. We'll sing that 4 times. Then when I go to we chin 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 osonke ye juma, you just do that with me, okay? All right, we got it. Let me hear your claps. Your claps. We go. Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Ready? Wet chinchina 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 sonka ye juma. Wet chinchina 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 sonka ye juma. Nine wo, neje wo, Sansa-kroma. Nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sonka ye juma. Nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. To the top. Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma. Inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, inewo, ọchịchị kukumba. Ready? What chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. What chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. Nine wo, neje wo, Sansa-kroma. Nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. We chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. We chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. Nine wo, neje wo, Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. We chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. We chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. Nine wo, neje wo, Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. 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 Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa, Sansa-kroma, Sansa-kroma, nine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. 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 We chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. We chinchina 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 sonke ye juma. Ine wo, neje wo, Sansa-kroma. Ine wo, ọchịchị kukumba. Sonke ye juma. Ine wo, ọchịchị kukumba.
Woo!
Good job. It's so hard to stay on that clave beat. You did a good job.
Yeah, so actually I love it. Zoom is like the blessing for the rhythmically challenged, because we can blame it on the fact that we're on an 8-second delay and not the fact that we never got it the entire time, no matter how hard we were trying, right? Thank you, Kofi, so much. It is such a gift to be able to clap in a rhythm that isn't the same rhythm you're singing, and to be able to really to be rhythmic at all is a complete blessing. And so anyone else in this room besides me who was like completely off, okay, thank you. Kofi, I was trying for you. Thank you so much, Kofi. So, you know, it's funny in so many ways, the fact that some of us are rhythmically challenged and some of us are not, but we're all in this room singing together, sort of overlaps with, in my mind, the notion that it is the eve of Yom Kippur, and we are singing a song from Ghana that is being brought to us by a Ghanaian man who is, of course, there are overlapping themes, right? The theme of just being human, of right and wrong, of good and bad, of takers and givers. This is a human trait, a human experience. And if there's ever been a time in our nation and in our globe to be focused on what it is that brings us all together and what it is we share instead of how we are different, that is one of those times. So we can all be in this room and we can be singing whether we're getting the rhythm right or not. So
Exactly. And as a mother, as a parent, all you want to do is to take care of your children, take care of your community, make sure you are there for them. Then all of a sudden you see this roaming hawk coming in to to just disrupt your family. And it's not a good thing. But on the other hand, you want to have sympathy for the roaming hawk because we're saying that she's behaving as if she's orphaned. But if so, how do we, corral the hawk to come around and say, hey, let's have a conversation. This is how we can do what we can do to help out. So there's something in it for everyone. Don't just say, hey, it's just me and my kids or my society alone and allow the hawk to go disrupting and, we need to have a conversation and figure out a way like today being Yom Kippur, the start of Yom Kippur, to find a way to reflect and go into how we can move our society forward in a very meaningful way.
That's beautiful. So there's a great notion of everybody can close their eyes and imagine a hawk and a hen sitting across from each other having a little dialogue, right? And one might be waving a red flag and one might be waving a blue flag or who knows what else. But the notion is like, we've got to find the common ground. We've got to figure out the ways to remember our common humanity. And so thank you so much, Kofi. That's absolutely beautiful. So there are a few folks in the room I didn't say hi to. They popped in late. I want to shout out Greg Lewis of Washington Rebels. And I want to shout out Busy Graham of Carpe Diem. And of course, Ida and Whitby. I see Whitby occasionally running by. There they are. Our youngsters in the room. I love the fact that this community is from all over the globe, as well as from all different ages. I'm so grateful to all of you. Shout out to Jerry and Diane. I don't think you guys were on audio. And a shout out to my mom, who's coming in from New Jersey, because now I have all my in-laws at the room at this moment. My own mom and my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, all in the room for the first time. That's a great holiday celebration right there. And a shout out to Aloysius and to a couple other folks in this room who I know are struggling, because folks email me and they tell me struggling with all kinds of family issues, struggling with health issues, struggling with their own ways of trying to process what's going on in our world. And I shout out all of you as you come in here day after day and you find the strength, or you put on the strength, or you put on the joy, or you find the joy. And it's so important. And I'm so glad we can be doing this together. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to ask if anybody has anything they want to say to Kofi to put it in the chat right now. And in the meantime, I'm just going to, for the very last time, bring up cards for healthcare workers. So I forgot to say, I know there's a lot of you nodding and giving me your address, and cards are coming your way, and I'm really grateful to you. Anybody in this room or on Facebook who's willing to make cards for healthcare workers, not make cards, write cards. I'm sending out packages of cards for you to write and send back to me. And I already mentioned this, but at the end of October, we're going to have an event that ties together the delivery of the cards to the 1,700 workers at Howard University Hospital, and a song by Issei Barnwell, written as part of her dissertation when she graduated from Howard University in the PhD program and then went on to teach there. And the song she wrote is for healthcare workers. So we're going to have a beautiful event in here, pulling all these things together. But there's one more piece of it, which is that sometime in October, I'm going to offer up a card writing party. So anybody who got cards from me in the mail, or anybody who wants to send me cards of your own, check in with me by email. We're going to schedule a date when all of us can be there, and we can work on our cards while we chit chat. So it's going to be a little bit of a way for all of us to have our voice heard instead of everybody always having to listen to me endlessly. So anybody who's up for it, do let me know. I'm really, really grateful to everyone who's already jumped in on it. Thank you. So checking the chat box really quickly, and if we don't have any things in the chat, let's see. Pan dementia. Somebody wrote that. That's really good. Kofi's song. Oh, there we go. Bonnie put in Kofi's songs help me stave off pan dementia, which is really good. So in my part for staving off pan dementia, it's getting to learn everybody's names and remembering what states they come from. That's my effort. So somebody wrote, Toby wrote, I loved getting to practice that challenging rhythm without anyone looking over my shoulder. That's great. Of course, Toby, there's like, you know, an entire universe of Facebook Live people watching over your shoulder, but it's all anonymous, so it's perfect. And Greg wrote, no longer any need for the music teacher to say, just mouth the words or don't bother clapping. That's right, because any of us could be doing any of that and nobody would know, except Kofi can secretly hear us. I know that. Kofi, a lot of compliments in here for a great song. And thank you again to everybody. I don't see any comments in the chat, so Kofi, if it's all right, I'm gonna check one more time, just make sure nobody popped one in. Yep, we're good. Kofi, would you mind just giving us a little piece of it again before we say goodbyes?
All right. You ready? So here we go with the clavic. We're going to start with just Sansa-kroma ninewo. Sansa-kroma ninewo, chichi-kroma. Sansa-kroma ninewo, chichi-kroma. Sansa-kroma ninewo, chichi-kroma. Sansa-kroma ninewo, chichi-kroma. We chinchina, 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 oh song ye juma. We chinchina, 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 oh song ye juma. Nine wo, neje wo, sasa koma. Nine wo, chichi kukuma, song ye juma. Nine wo, chichi kukuma, sasa koma. Nine wo, chichi kukuma, sasa koma. Nine wo, chichi kukuma, sasa koma. Sansa-kroma ninewo, chichi-kroma. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kofi. So Kofi, I have to ask you, were you just like playing some other instrument with your foot, or did you have like a looping pedal on, or is there somebody over there on your side?
Rosemont just walked in. My wife, Rosemont, just walked in and picked up the bell and started playing along.
Thank you, Rosemont. That's beautiful. All right, we're gonna ask her. Please join us again another time. It's really fun to have the double instrumentation. So now you're, yeah, do you want to come say hi? I don't want to.
Come say hi.
Everybody say hi to Rosemont. Hello. Hi. Thank you for being with us. That was really fun. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Thanks, everybody out there. Really glad to have you with us. And I